guest every time we don't have another guest.
Please tell me. You're a backup guest.
Yeah.
Backup guest. I'm so keen because like the amount of stupid shit that we
Don't worry, most of the time
It's
I
not
won't have a
online yet.
guest because Tanashi
Live?
is a bitch.
Oh shit, we're live!
Ah!
Hey!
Hey.
Sweet, social media the frick out of us. Can I say
The
that?
freak!
The frick!
Oh my gosh, like Instagram it, Snapchat it if you like being living in 2015, you know.
We are live. We are live.
Hey, okay. People
Sweet.
can listen to us talk about random junk.
Yes, because people enjoy
Amazing.
that for some reason. How
I
do
don't know,
add
like
more?
I find it entertaining. Like you people were talking about some crazy stuff last week.
How do I okay, I can't figure out how to do that.
Are we podcasting within a podcast?
Oh, we put that is insane. Oh, how does the sound sound? Okay, the sound.
Look at the terrible thing I
Oh my gosh, the people are gonna get confused.
I'm waiting for that to start, but I wanted to continue listening until that part where it's like the weird inception.
I'm sorry for the inception.
Oh, we saw the coolest elevators on our way here.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
no,
we
I freaked out because I looked up and I was like, oh my gosh, people
Oh,
are
the light
falling.
elevators.
Yeah.
It's so cool,
They're
eh?
like on
The one
outside
in
of
the
building.
Southern Sun Hotel.
It's so amazing.
You're
I saw them like a while back, and then I saw them like, oh shit, it has lights.
But like people see that on the regular in like New York or something, and we're like, that's the only one we have. Let us cherish it forever.
Is anyone watching yet? Because
I do not know.
I want to make a hot chocolate run.
Go make a hot chocolate run quickly.
Go-
Well, nobody's here.
there's
Who
more
wants hot
people.
chocolate?
Me,
Me,
please.
please.
Oh my
Yay.
I want
gosh.
to get hot chocolate.
Chocolate
Go run,
section.
get hot chocolate.
Don't drop it. I swear to the Lord, we're walking on carpets. Walking on carpets.
Yeah, we've spilled more than a few times.
Not
on the
really.
carpet. It's something you don't want to do. Come join in.
Oh Lord. Are we still
band.
like social mediaing?
Yeah, I'm
the
going
living-
crazy at this Twitch.
Like I just put it on my
OMG.
my WhatsApp. Hello to everyone that decided to come from the WhatsApp.
Hashtag. Podcast. I can't think of hashtags. I never hashtag.
Oh my gosh.
Hashtag. Live.
Hashtag live.
Okay, that's apparently not. Oh shit! There's someone watching. Hi, someone watching.
Who is the
just
person?
Or was it just Neil's phone that's finally being picked up?
Well, that was my phone telling me that it was going to die.
Sure, let's skip it to that.
It's
Tweet.
like self-alert. We're gonna die.
Cool. Now, hopefully, people know of us. Hopefully.
Oh, good lord.
Oh, it looks so cool. The new animation looks so nice.
I know. I'm
It's
feeling
so
the
pretty.
screensaver. It's so cool. Neil showed it to me when we were like in the room and
Cool.
chilling
Yeah, it's so nice.
before we went live. It was pretty cool.
There we go. The volume's a lot
I
better.
feel like I can like host a talk show. I feel like I am hosting a talk show like one of those Steven Crowder podcasts where he has like the mic sitting in his face and the
headphones and everything. Yeah, we just need more than one mic for 3 people.
I mean like one mic.
It doesn't sound great. It does not sound great.
That's true. I mean it's a little bit inconvenient, but it's like it's not horrible.
Yeah, it's better than if we use the phone. It's a lot better than if we use the phone.
Excuse everyone listening. I sound terrible because I am slightly tired and I have a headache. But you know what? Do it for the Twitch stream.
For the Twitch stream.
For the stream.
Oh, we will next week be streaming on YouTube and Twitch together.
YouTube and Twitch.
Yes, they will be united as
podcasty.
one.
Wow, you guys need to get some video equipment. That would like.
I'll look for
Bring
like a
it.
camera or something like that to have video and stuff.
Yeah.
We want to do that and we want to move to those chairs like on the other side of that wall
Oh,
with like a
man.
nice red backdrop and everything.
That'd be
That
so
would be pretty
spicy. Oof. Then
But the
it's
thing
like
is,
a
the only
real
problem is then
podcast.
we're outside of the office and then I'm afraid we might bother the other people working.
Ooh, thank you. Ooh, hot chocolate.
Just go get yours now.
Thank you!
Hot
You're a
chocolate
darling!
has arrived. You know, technically you could steal his and then he would be bringing his own hot chocolate, but I'm not sure how moral that would be.
Yeah, you see,
I'm like your own personal Lucifer who's like, take the hot chocolate.
Oh, the
Take
Afrikaans
it.
and the Lucifer though.
Dude, I
Yo.
can myself listening to
Yo.
Leslie Ann Brunt going
Saying Afrikaans. Thank you
speaking
so
really
much.
scary
We
old
still
lady
love-
Afrikaans and she's like, and she sounds like that in the show. And I died. Dude, I can't.
Can I have a chocolate too, please? Sure. But you're gonna have to come fetch it though.
No, this is all of ours. Is someone actually listening?
Yeah.
No.
Like
Yeah,
how many people like listened last time?
6 people at once.
That's not bad.
At some point, but that was like the peak.
That's okay.
We're still starting. This is our first.
Who is it?
Danette010. I don't know.
People are like, yes.
Let's not talk about that. It makes it weird.
Talk about it, makes it weird.
It is weird. It's like meta because
Oh.
we're like,
Since this is the first podcast on this channel, we should probably introduce ourselves.
Oh, okay.
oh lil. Okay,
You
yeah.
can begin.
Oh, fuck, okay.
Don't
Hi.
swear.
Hi, I am Benji, or Benny, or Ben, or Benjamin, or Benjamin. Apparently there's a
Dear
lot.
Lord, there's so many variations.
Oh,
My
boy.
Lord.
I've heard so many variants before. So I'm a game developer, slash software developer, slash apparently streamer now as well, podcasty. So... And my co-host for this podcast series is...
Yes, Neil. I am a graphics designer slash animator slash.
Slash.
Just basically designer.
And our guest
Graphics
today is...
I am Sky and I go to art school.
Yeah.
The only one
That's all I
studying.
do.
Yeah.
I know how to draw great, and that's pretty much it at this point. I don't really know where my life is going, so I came to this podcast.
At least you have a talent.
Yeah.
Neil, you might want to sit closer to the mic just in case. I don't know how the sound quality is. You guys need to say how it is. If it like needs to be low, don't be that close.
Don't like you're gonna. People are gonna. This is gonna turn into an ASMR video if you get that close to the
But the
mic.
thing is, the gain for the mic is extremely high for compensating for 3 of us.
Okay.
Fair enough.
So yes, every now and then it peaks, and then we need to like stop it from peaking, and then it peaks, and yeah, we just kind of have to go with it. So if audio quality is ever really crap, just mention it in chat, and we'll try and fix it on the fly.
I wonder if they can hear my hot chocolate sizzling.
I doubt it.
Don't. You're gonna mess.
I'm not gonna mess.
Don't, you're gonna mess on the mic.
I'm trying to convince Josh to listen to the podcast, but he blatantly refuses, and I'm personally offended.
Tell him I say he needs to come join the podcast. If that would make a difference.
You know, maybe.
So, topic first of
Oh
the
yeah.
day.
What's the
Yeah,
first topic?
I'm gonna-
Sonic!
I'm slapping.
Guys!
I'm slapping the table. I'm so mad. Listen,
Ugh.
listen, real quick.
I don't hate
Like, I hate it so much. I was watching the trailer with my brother or whatever the preview, and he started making memes, and it looks so weird because
Speaking of memes.
he showed me that it was like the Sonic thing where he's sitting down, and then you know that cat that's going
Just keep
that's
scrolling
like
down.
vomiting. I've seen this Nicolas Cage and I can't freaking deal with this. Actually, Ugandan Knuckles in 3D.
Fucking
This
Sid the Sloth is a face swap for the new
I
Sonic.
haven't seen this. It was this one where he's like freaking out, and you know that cat that's
Oh,
going.
the cat that's like.
Oh yeah,
puffing,
yeah,
right?
I've seen that one as well.
It's so great. Oh no, this is so,
They get better.
this is so bad.
But
I
wait,
actually cannot.
the cherry on top. The octopus.
Yes, Josh is listening to the podcast.
The greatest that
Josh,
has ever been created.
if you're wondering what's going on,
Yo,
Benny
What
is
is
showing
that?
us memes of Sonic.
Of like face-ups of the new Sonic 3D. It's so bad. Oh, it's so bad.
I
Like,
can't. I'm gonna scream. Like, this is the furthest away I felt ever from God. Like after looking at that.
It is so bad. It has 2 eyes. Sonic with 2 eyes just feels weird.
No, it's Sonic with tiny eyes. Sonic with like tiny eyes where his pupils like don't almost meet.
Yeah, but like they need to meet because that's Sonic.
Yeah, I
Sonic
know,
is
it looks
meeting
like he's
eyes.
wearing glasses, but
goggles.
then they ruined it.
Yeah, it's so bad.
I'm so angry.
Apparently the director like said that he's gonna change it. and
Yeah,
like,
he
feels sorry
did
to-
say he
How
did say he was gonna like.
bad should that 3D artist feel?
He is fired. He
Or
is
at
so
least the
fired.
character
That man-
designer.
The character designer.
Because like the 3D model is
I
done
can promise
well.
you. Like the 3D model's fine, but the guy who designed the new Sonic is definitely like
Yeah.
losing his
Like,
job.
honestly, the
For
CG
real.
is pretty decent. It's just the character design is so bad.
But why would they make him look like a like crazy 14-year-old kid that's looks like
Yeah.
he's high on cocaine. No, actually, I can't look at it without thinking, who the hell decided on this character design? The person who decided to like draw him like that, and then the person who agreed to let that in the movie. Those people are losing their jobs. I can tell you that right now.
But like that had to go through so many people for it to be in the final.
All of these people are
Do you
losing
think-
their jobs.
Do you think he had like a really cool story behind it? Like, no, I want to recreate Sonic.
Like some kind of autistic, like autistic.
Yeah,
I wasn't
that's
connecting
what
to
happened.
Sonic.
What I was going for was a small child that was bit by a radioactive hedgehog and then gained superpowers.
If people could see my
He
face in
looks
this
like
podcast.
a child.
Oh, it's your. But I am low key kind of excited for the movie.
Yeah, no, I want to watch
I
the
really want to
You
go watch
know,
it.
after people like looking at all the reboots I've seen, the Hellboy reboot, the reboot of Devil May Cry that people still are not getting over, and that was like 6 years ago. All the reboots I've ever heard of went terribly wrong, and I don't want to go back there, man. Like,
No, it looks like
rebooting Sonic may or may not be the end of time.
That-
But I have to say, a really, really good live action that I'm very hyped for was the new Pokemon. The Pikachu.
The Detective
Detective
Pikachu,
Pikachu.
can we just keep
holy
on with
damn,
Sophie?
that smooth segue.
Oh.
Damn, that smooth segue.
Oh, I've never smelled something go that good.
I can stop whenever I want. These are just choices.
Oh, now that the segue is ruined, guys, the new Pikachu movie.
Yeah, next topic.
Oh, I am so excited for it. I cannot wait.
You know, like, I feel as someone who was born only in 1999, I can safely say that I feel very comfortable with the Detective Pikachu movie coming out as it is.
Yes,
because
I do.
I feel very satisfied with that, how people decided to do that and go with that. Like, I can roll with that.
Yeah.
I can go with
Honestly,
that.
when I first heard that Ryan Reynolds was voicing Pikachu, I was like,
Dude, I watched the trailer
No,
and I was
so
like,
excited. I was
I was kind of like very. It was I knew there was potential, but I felt like they were gonna butcher it. And then I saw the trailer and I was like, I love this. This is amazing. They could not have done it any better than they did.
did you see the one where Blake Lively is in a video with Ryan Reynolds and he was like, I knew I had to be Detective Pikachu, but then I had to become Detective Pikachu.
Pikachu.
Oh yeah, and it was
And it's
And
like
then-
shows his whole life.
And she was like, I
Pikachu
can't,
doesn't
I
have
can't.
children.
Yeah, I need to go pick up my children at school, but I didn't because Pikachu doesn't have children.
He doesn't know those kids.
He doesn't.
He doesn't know.
So I went on a walk.
And she's like, what did she say? I can't deal with him anymore. He's so freaking dumb or something like that. Ryan Reynolds commits when Deadpool came out in 2016. I don't think I've been that happy before because he was so committed. He's still so committed.
He was the perfect person to play Deadpool. Like I could not have imagined anyone else.
Third time's the charm.
For?
He was Green Lantern and then
Oh.
Deadpool. Then he tried doing Deadpool again and he got it good this time.
Yeah, no, but he went
Oh.
as Wade Wilson in like that Wolverine movie from 2009, and everyone was super angry about it, including him. So then he was like, nah, I'm gonna do this right. I've never seen a man so happy to be cutting people's heads off. Actually, though, he's so happy when he does it. He's like, this is the best thing ever. Swings katana around, cuts man with helmet
Oh.
off.
Someone was trying to spam us with caps.
Oh,
That's what you
what?
get.
Caps or cats?
High pitched. I am
Cats.
very satisfied with that.
Nani?
It's Aiden.
Oh,
Lord.
Yeah.
hello.
Yeah, his latest comment just got like denied by the chat bot.
Could you
for
guys
caps.
see that I was
Why?
listening on Twitch? Because I didn't have a Twitch account.
Hmm?
I didn't have a Twitch account.
That's
but
why we're adding YouTube as the stream platform for the next
No,
one.
but I could listen. I
Yeah.
just had to listen to it like on the internet. Or
Oh.
something.
Yeah.
Mm. Yeah, no, but like yeah.
Just make one.
Ah, funny.
You have an email.
This is the first time I've ever used Twitch before, like ever.
Get
It's
bot,
okay.
son.
Get what?
Get bot, son.
Get bot.
Yeah.
Lol.
Danite said like I saw
Is
him
it
butchering the
Danite?
pronunciation.
That's Josh.
Danite. I am sorry for butchering that.
Danite.
Oh. Danite. Dinamite. That's an odd candle. What type of is it? Dinamite.
Oh my gosh, I didn't know Josh actually had Twitch. That's why I'm like, Nani?
Nani the fuck?
Nani the fuck? I don't know how bad the lag is, so I'm like, I'm just confused.
There is a delay of at least 30 seconds, I believe.
Okay, that's not terrible.
So it's not terrible, but it's not great.
Benny, the bot is complaining.
The bot
Did you
is
see?
complaining.
No?
I'm
having trouble. Oh yeah, I saw.
Benny,
Just stop shaking so I can see. Nutty?
Yeah, the bot is complaining about like having trouble being used as intended. Keiki,
Oh,
I've-
Lord.
So foldable phones.
So foldable phone.
and
Can
that
we
is
not
how you do not
smooth?
transition.
I will
Smooth
if someone pulls that up in my face and like does this with their phone, I will throw it out the window. That makes me wildly uncomfortable.
Oh, with the folding phone. Apparently, I think it's Razer that's gonna release a folding phone,
It
but it's gonna
makes me-
fold upwards, like the old school 90s. It's gonna be like
I was
that.
just about to
will-
say, is that not a Nokia?
I will actually scream.
That is
I
amazing.
will
That one would be pretty
actually-
cool.
Dude,
I'm
I
really
remember
excited about that.
having like a Nokia flip
It's gonna be
phone in
square.
2006.
I had a Samsung flip phone.
And I had like the little antenna, and I would like flip it up. My mom would call me, and it would be the best, like, most aesthetically pleasing 2000s thing for a kid. It's like having a flip phone, Nokia, throw it against the wall, it doesn't break.
Yes, everyone threw their phones against the wall.
Because everyone is privileged enough to throw a phone against the
I
wall.
don't know about you, but I did it a couple times on accident.
How do you throw your phone against the wall on accident?
I'm sorry.
There's some things in life that you
This
can't
is
talk
the
about.
man who just chucks his phone at the wall.
I don't have the
'Cause he's
answers
done
that
with
you
it.
require.
What? Who did that?
You!
When?
When we were sitting on the couch the other day, we were just like,
There's a mint in between.
Oh, but that's, I wasn't yeeting it at the floor
Did
or the
you
wall.
yeet
though.
it? Did
no,
you
I
yeet it
didn't.
at the wall?
I did this. Look, oh,
The
shit, I
phone got
almost spelled that.
yeeted.
Like I did this.
The wall got yeeted again.
I can't. I actually can't take people serious. to say
Sky, I
yeet.
did this. Is this
It's
yeeting
a
a phone?
mint.
Look.
This is like a tiny mint.
Oh shit. Is it edible?
I don't know. Try it.
I swear if this is
Fine.
the silica balls.
Finds a little ball in his
Is it the
inner.
mints?
No, it's one of the little silica balls. You found
Why
that
did
in
you
my
put
book.
it in your mouth?
You said it was a mint.
I don't know.
You
They look like the,
oh my
they look
gosh.
like the see-through mints. Don't take my word for
I-
anything.
I thought
Holy
you
crap.
gave it to
That's
me.
like the worst idea.
You said, I don't know, put it in your mouth.
And then, what do you think someone's natural reaction would be after you saying, I don't know, put it, oh wait.
Why would you take my word for anything? I like talk crap about things 90% of the time. Oh my gosh, I can't believe you just put a silica ball in your mouth because I told you it was a mint. I could have told you that cup over there was a mint when you put it in your
Look,
mouth.
there's this thing called trust.
Benny, if you weren't paying attention to me and I was like, oh damn, here's a mint.
I'd be like, oh
Put it in
shit.
your mouth.
Yeah, I'd totally do it.
Yeah.
I mean, I'd question it and then do it.
It could be a piece of cocaine. Why would you do that?
Because
What?
trusting someone is a thing.
Cocaine comes in solid forms.
Why-
Don't put
why-
things in
Why
your
would you
mouth.
have cocaine in your
Kids,
notebook?
kids, don't put shit in your mouth. That's not a good idea. Don't put random crap that people give you in your mouth. Could be cocaine.
But you see, the difference is, you're his girlfriend. He's supposed to
Yeah,
trust
he
you.
trusts me because I talk shit like 90% of the time. I
Oh
can't.
my gosh.
I'm gonna scream.
This is how most of my
This
dates
is-
go, by the way.
Oh my gosh.
Me yelling
You're
at
eating
you.
this, no.
Me yelling at you about possibly ingesting cocaine. I'm gonna throw both of you out of that window right there.
Just put it
You
in your
can't.
mouth.
I can.
You can't.
And I
These
will.
windows can't open.
Yeah.
Because
there's
suicide risk.
There's suicide proof.
Whoa.
Yeah, none of the windows can open.
I
This
don't
is a
know.
bank.
I don't know whether to be
Remember?
impressed or afraid.
No, like people don't like the jokes.
People
It's-
also don't like dying.
especially-
Yeah, it's
Why would you
because-
willingly die?
I don't know.
Actually,
Your life
don't
could
answer
be
that
very
question.
shit.
That's a very bad question. Don't answer it. Nobody in the chat answer it. Just don't. I don't. I don't
I'm
feel
just-
like having that existential crisis today.
Your friend is getting shot, so you jump in front of the bullet, like that old song "I'm Coming Home."
But like,
Oh
but
Lord.
I'm never gonna jump in front of a bullet for someone because if I have enough time to jump in front of a bullet for them, they have enough time to avoid the bullet.
What if they don't see the bullet coming,
Oh, that changes everything.
Bro, that's whack.
and you see
Oh,
the
that
guy
changes
like
everything.
holding the trigger? Then you're like,
But wouldn't you rather just tackle him out of the way?
You know, that's a point.
what if
That's
you
a
break
point.
his neck? Have you seen the anime?
Why would you worry
Yes,
if you
I have.
break his neck?
No, it's an anime where
He's
like.
trying to shoot you. What would you worry about? Possibly though.
Listen, so there's this anime or GIF or something where it's a little girl chasing after her ball in the street.
This doesn't sound like it's.
But it's like the thing is like it's so happy and wholesome and nice and everything.
So
This is sounding more and more like Pet Cemetery. This is definitely Pet Cemetery.
a truck is flying through the road, and let me finish my
Is
story.
this an anime of Pet Cemetery?
So the truck is flying at her. I don't even want to tell him.
Tell
so
me
the
this.
truck is, it's a little girl chases the ball into the street, the truck is flying at her, and the guy's like, oh, I'm gonna save her life, and pushes her out of the way. But then, like, the truck stops as it's gonna hit the guy, so the guy doesn't get hurt, but the girl's face gets smashed against the floor, so she dies.
Oh my god.
What kind of anime do you watch in your free time?
Was it High School
I don't-
of the Dead? I feel like,
I don't think it was High School of the Dead. No, it
I
wasn't.
watch High School of the Dead. It's not
Well,
High School of the Dead.
what's like
I don't know what it was. I really don't know what it was.
What kind of crazy crap do you listen to? Like, dude, it's like, yeah, it's like people telling me that they watch Corpse Party. Why would you willingly watch Corpse
It's a
Party?
good
It's like
show.
asking people why would you willingly watch Goblin Slayer. Donovan, I'm looking at you.
Oof. Shots fired. You see those bullets that I didn't see coming? Yeah, shots fired.
Yeah, no one jumps.
If
Oh,
Donovan is watching this, I hope you know that I'm calling you out.
Someone in chat brought up a good point. What if the bullet does not see you coming? Oh shit, that
I don't know how
changes
to feel
everything.
about that. Look at your face. You're like
Konosuba,
you're like,
anyone?
I don't know if
Yes.
I should be worried about this or not.
I still see, I'm gonna change it to Dynamite for
Konosuba is
But
great.
Josh, why?
Oh, I'm assuming you both have seen Konosuba yet. Konosuba Rachi.
I have not. I do not
You-
dabble in
I-
anime.
Say it's
Konosuba, the full name.
English.
I don't know what it is in English. I only know it as Konosuba. About Aqua. and-
Araqua?
What the hell was that noise?
Guys, come on!
That was me. I'm
You
so sorry.
uncultured
No, that-
swines.
Aqua.
Aqua.
That's not a word.
Konosuba.
You're thinking of aqua.
You will know it when you see it.
I
Konosuba.
almost thought you said Kama Sutra.
Not Konosuba.
Oh, why didn't you just say with that like weird wallpaper of the little girl
With
comes
explosion.
Excuse me
from? Yeah, I
while I
would
take
have
my
understand
all-stars
that
off.
because
Yo, what? It's cooking in here, man.
no, it's not.
It's so hot.
It's so hot.
Like this is the first time it's ever been hot
The
in this
heat
room.
is giving me a headache, bro.
Usually it's really cold in this room.
I'm wearing tracksuit pants. I look like I'm ready for bed.
So you can ready for running.
I actually came
Gotta
out
go
of
fast.
bed, though. Gotta go fast. If someone makes one more joke, I'm gonna cry.
This is the point of the podcast, to make jokes. So random life stories.
Bad memes.
Bad news.
The story of my life.
Oh,
Is there
I have
tissue on here? Is there tissue?
I have a few planned for this podcast. A few life stories.
Yo,
So
lay it on us.
I'm assuming probably the most interesting one would be when my uncle stole alcohol from a bar in the UK.
Wow, English people are wild, man. I'm not gonna lie. I know what
But
I
like,
am.
he doesn't live in the UK. He lives here. He lives like in George.
Fair enough. English people are still
And-
wild though.
He's like the most Afrikaans guy you can ever meet.
Is there
So what happened was they went to the UK for some kind of rugby thing. Yo,
You go to the kitchen. There's a dispenser over there.
Oh my gosh.
Oh,
Okay.
yeah.
Sorry, podcast.
it's
being
okay.
loud.
I'm gonna tell them the story. I'm sorry. I'm gonna
Oh,
leave
yeah.
out
Go
of
for
it.
it. Go
It's
for it.
okay.
It's okay. So my uncle and like his rugby team or something. It's like university rugby team went to the UK for something. I'm not too sure why. And they went to a bar one night, and it was like this really nice bar. Like you went downstairs, and it's like really fancy looking place and everything. They had a few drinks and everything. And then when they finally went to pay, they charged the bartender was like, okay, so it's like 100 rand per beer they had, as well as like another 500 rand enjoying fee or something like that, like entrance fee or something weird like that afterwards. And they were like, nah, this isn't legit. This is kind of like sketchy. Like this is weird. And they were like, okay, like give us a second, let's talk about it. And they were talking Afrikaans, like, okay, there's 2 bouncers. Like all of this was a discussion that they had in Afrikaans. Like, okay, there's 2 bouncers, there's 2 of us. This bunch is pretty big, but we're rugby guys. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna count to 3. We're gonna tackle both of them, and we're gonna spat. And that is exactly what they did, and it sounded
That
beautiful.
Doesn't sound like theft. That sounds like assault.
I heard
But they
you
never
speaking
paid, though.
Afrikaans, so I came back.
So they
They just tackled the two bouncers
So
and ran.
They took the alcohol. They looked at
No,
the price.
they drank everything. No, they had their drinks and everything, and they had to pay. They were like, okay, so it's like $100, like ridiculous prices for like the beer, and like ridiculous prices, like some kind of entrance fee or privilege of like enjoying fee or something weird like that, like company fee. And then they were like, nah, this is sketchy. They're trying to like scam us. And then they were like, okay, let's tackle the two bouncers and run. And then that's exactly what they did.
Is this the story about your uncle, or am I like
Yeah.
This is.
your uncle's whack?
I'm
bro?
debating like who's the bad guy.
The people trying to scam them because they definitely tried to scam them. And the people trying to scam them are them tackling two bouncers.
They
and running.
blindly tackled two guys, like that hurt.
Yeah, and then just ran.
And you don't fall softly with
And it's
rugby
big.
guy.
Like they were both really big rugby dudes. It's not like they were small
That's why I tell you, man. English people are wild.
Why don't they just try to run?
because there were two
Have you
giant
seen-
bouncers standing next
Have
to
you
them.
seen rugby players?
Have you seen rugby players?
Because they had to buy them time to be able to get up and run.
They practice by like tying cars to their feet.
Tying
Per
cars.
feet.
Yeah, per
Cars.
foot.
Like
Yeah.
they're fucking individually standing on
A
cars
wheel
and
per
driving
toe.
them. Like a single vehicle. Actually.
That's not that hard.
Are you kidding?
One car is that
Tying
hard.
one car to each of your
Okay,
legs.
what we did when we
Excuse
practiced
me, Bruce
for
Banner. Where are you coming
when
from?
we practiced for tug of war, we used to practice by pushing a car uphill per person, and then you push it up, and then someone like goes down, other go push it up and go down.
I
push it
don't
up and
know
go
what you
That's
people
what we
did.
did.
Like
down. And I'm skinny.
y'all were on some steroids or some crazy junk like that, but
Nah, cars aren't bad.
that's whack.
Like you
bro.
can't pick one up. And
No,
push it.
don't try and pick
Remember
me
they
up,
have
that's
wheels.
Yeah, I know, but like, whoa.
You're-
No, I pushed my dad's Bucky down the road to like get that started because the starter motor kept dying.
Wait. So in this situation, you, tiny female, were pushing this giant car, and dad, adult male,
You know,
was
I
sitting
can.
in the car, in the seat, twisting the key, going like, "Damn it,
No,
this
no,
guy
no.
was on it."
No, I can explain. Okay, so my dad's Bucky is very funny. It has this like very weird way of starting it if you push start it. So my dad has to like
Yes.
slam in his brakes.
No.
No, he does something weird where it involves like the clutch, the brakes, and the petrol.
What?
No.
So he has to like, no, because it's how he starts his Bucky because
Yeah.
he can't just turn the key.
How it works
But
is
the-
you push, then you put it into gear, you let go of clutch, and then the gear turns.
The thing.
Yeah, but
the
no.
thing.
But he floors petrol, and then he puts it into first, because he leaves it in neutral when you're pushing it, yeah, obviously. But then when he pushes it, when he starts it, he rams it into first, and then floors it on petrol. And me being me, not being able to drive legally, cannot actually do that without possibly breaking my father's car. So I had to resort to pushing a giant, like 3-ton Bucky in high heels, and I can tell you right now I did pretty well. But you know, I
What?
still got to varsity at the end of the day. I'm good. I'm fine.
That's
Ten out of
Why
10.
why didn't you just take off the high heels?
Because it would have taken longer, so I just pushed it in the
I wouldn't have
hill.
looked so fabulous pushing a car.
I'm not gonna lie, they were pretty great, but like at the same time, my dad should just get his starter motor fixed, and then no one would have to push anything in wheels ever again.
Apparently they're having a debate in chat about like Checkers and Woolworths and Pick and Pay.
But
Shop,
like,
right?
but
I want
why?
to watch this.
I wish Pip made a grocery
I haven't
store.
seen a ShopRite for 3 years, but I wish Pep made groceries. Who said that?
Cosmic Unicorn.
I was thinking.
I don't know who Cosmic
I
Unicorn
don't
is.
see no. I don't see no.
Yeah, I'm behind.
Yeah, you can watch over here on this chat.
This is
You're right by
Over
the
there.
mic. You just talked into it.
Deafened people over there.
Wait, who that?
Yeah, do you see it? Nani?
Who's Konosuba anyway?
I heard Neil in the background, lol.
Josh, what the hell?
Yeah, he is. He is the.
Cosmic Unicorn.
He's the co-host. Of course, you'll hear him in the background.
That's whack.
I don't know who Cosmic Unicorn, but apparently he knows you, or she knows you. I'm not going to discriminate.
I doubt it's a.
Tell her to
Somali.
reveal they self.
Reveal thyself.
They self.
The-
You have
We
been
don't
called
know.
upon.
We don't know what gender they are. They self.
They self. I'm not going to get into that. No,
Let's
thank
not
you.
talk about that in
No, it's
podcasts. Anyway, so piranhas.
Piranhas.
I
What
don't know, I
about
looked at your
piranhas?
shirt. I looked at your shirt and I was like, piranha.
So prison.
So prison. Can we
What?
just not
How
talk
is
about-
that a topic?
I don't want to
It's
talk
a
about...
topic because I thought, right?
Listen.
How do you think you would do in prison? Say now, you accidentally step on a hobo, he dies.
Oh no.
actually-
Then
like-
you go to prison. Like, what's your game plan?
Yo, dude, I actually cannot
this-
have this conversation.
There's this movie about this guy that's going to prison and he finds a random.
Is that Prison Break?
No, he finds like a random dude to try and teach him how to survive prison. This is
Prison
a whole
Break?
comedy show.
Oh my god.
Like this whole comedy movie. I can't remember
Oh,
what the
with
movie.
Will Ferrell and
Was it
Kevin Hart.
Isn't it
Yeah.
called The Other Guys?
Was it them?
No, the other guys has Rock and stuff. Yeah, it was.
Damn it.
It was Kevin Hart teaching Will Ferrell because Will Ferrell was gonna go to jail, so he like locked up his house.
Yes,
But-
yes, yes. It was that.
And-
Get hard. Thank you, thank
Yeah.
you. Yes,
Explain.
chat.
Explain.
What?
Explain.
The duck.
Explain.
The
I
duck.
explained it to you the other day.
Fuck yeah, did he?
Alright! Alright!
Oh,
What?
you're a bad person.
No, I'm not. Excuse me?
I told you like this massive story about this, and you were like, "Oh, that's." So
I'm
cool.
the one with the book in my hand. I could slap you over the head with this so quickly. Watch me, son.
It's not gonna make you not a mean person.
I
Don't
knew where
understand.
that was going. I get consent to slap you.
Sweet.
You rude.
That's pretty dope. Cool. Get hard. Yes, that was it called.
Oh,
Also,
get hard.
Okay. so
Cosmic Unicorn says Nulan Sky knows me, and then
No.
Tintin calls him her out, and then she said
I'm so
you're giving me
confused.
Don't say
anxiety.
he, she. That's weird.
I'm confused. Wait, what? Repeat.
At Streamlabs with this, you won't understand your web dev.
Huh? You want to? Oh.
Hey, it's Neil's D&D character.
No, shut up.
Can we take a minute to talk
No.
about D&D, everybody?
Okay.
Let
Say
me-
now your party goes to jail. What? How do you
What would
think it'll go?
I don't. Probably terribly.
You're like
Horrendous.
a paladin human. Oh no, you're a boss.
No. Paladin human, R.I.P. Dave's character who got beheaded, then brought back to life, then beheaded again.
Oof.
No, dude, it was so funny. We were playing D&D and Dave's character became like corrupted, and then someone beheaded him. So we kept his head,
Oh, shit.
his character's head, and then we put it back onto the body, and then one of the other people like cast a like revivify spell, and then he just came back to life, started screaming and just spewing out blood, and then died again. Then we like broke the, like we accidentally just like, oh my gosh, Josh.
Madame, Dave is a sexy beast.
I'm so sorry, R.I.P. Dave's character. Yeah, and then we brought him back to life. You screamed and cried and then died again. And then
Died again.
His head got set on fire and squashed, and then we couldn't bring him back to life.
I feel like your D&D game loves killing his head specifically.
Dude, it was so bad.
Yeah.
I think Jesse's character like hit it down the stairs with his foot,
Oh my gosh.
Nah.
and then he
But
proceeded to
D&D
die.
games get quite violent because I remember
Dude, you don't
us,
understand.
me and you being like at gunpoint, like a Mexican
What the
soldier.
fuck?
Me with lightning bolt at
That's
your
because
face.
my
and you-
characters don't take shit, and then you still zap me, and I hit you over the head with an axe.
Oh.
I won.
You excuse me?
I remember
Excuse me?
winning.
I remember winning. Okay.
Yes, I remember specifically my proud accomplishment of my
Excuse
victory
me?
over a
I
woman.
knocked you out. You had what's it? I was a tiefling, so I was like a
Yeah.
little demon person, and then your character was the little kobold. It's like a little tiny
was
dragon the
a
size of your
Yeah, no,
hand.
kobold.
He's
Kobold.
so
A sexy
small.
kobold.
Yeah.
He was so
Fucking
angry.
Twitch
And then-
doesn't support gifts. I'm done here. Don't worry, Tintin. We will be supporting YouTube soon.
Yeah.
You're rip.
Also, oh wait, yeah, oh crap, damn it.
This is whack. I love how Neil's character in the podcast screensaver is smoking a J, and then you're like
No, he's not.
becoming
He's
an
smoking a
alcoholic.
cigarette.
Probably alcoholic. How do you see me?
We do not do drugs here.
This is
That
a
is-
drug-free environment.
Yes, only narcotics.
Only narcotics.
I'm gonna throw you and your cocaine out this window.
Cocaine.
Where did you get cocaine
Cigarettes
from?
are narcotic. Narcotics are just basically harmful substances.
When someone says narcotics to me, the first reaction I have is thinking of cocaine. It's like
you think way too much about
it's
about
the
cocaine.
initial thought.
Oh,
I don't know, like it's the most like mainstream drug ever.
Why
Don't touch
are
my
you
phone.
not- Oh, I
I've
did a
touched
thing.
nothing.
Chat box, please. Why are
Oh,
you not working?
click.
Oh my word.
Yeah?
Tanashi doesn't understand what Streamlabs is.
Ah!
Just listen to this. Ask Ben to explain who this Streamlabs troll is, please.
It's not a troll, it's a bot. So it's there to moderate the stream, to like post whatever I wanted to post and things like that. So like, whatever I tell it to do, it does.
That's weird.
I hate how the one cloud like shudders every 5 seconds. Look at it. Okay.
This stream chat should be in like the top left corner, but for some reason it's not, and I'm too lazy to try and figure out why it's
Josh, are
not.
you still there? Hello, Dr. Smile.
So
friend.
prison. You still
Stop
haven't.
talking about prison. It's depressing.
Fine.
You know what? You know what? Everyone
Toilet.
has
It's
their
weird when you know people have gone to jail.
Toilets.
toilet. Oh right, it's so one of my friends and me and one of my friends destroyed a toilet with bricks once.
Okay, I can believe that.
Were you shitting them?
Sadly, no.
Actually,
I wish.
Actually, can I tell you guys a story about?
Yeah.
I've told Neil, but like there's a story about my high school. So my brother's in like grade 11 now.
I know this story.
Yeah, I know you know the story, but I don't think Benny knows the story.
No, none of those the chat.
So my brother
It's not
is
a
in
good
grade
story.
11, and he's still fucking like. One day he came home and he was like laughing so hard he started crying, and he looked at me, and the minute he looked at me, he burst out and he was like, "Man, just hold on, just wait, just let me just. You gotta listen to this." So he's like, "Dude, all the boys in the school got called to the hall today," and he's like, the one.
It's like, damn it, Sky, please, not this story. It's too late now, continue.
So one of the teachers is like, the guy teaches is like, "Listen, this story is gonna be this is gonna be as uncomfortable for me as it's gonna be for you. But who shat in the toilet? Like in the tank of the toilet?" No. And then he was like, "Who shat on the floor?" Great.
But like, why would you shit on the
And
floor?
my brother was like, after he said that, he lost his mind. He was like, I can't comprehend the fact that someone shat on the floor. Either they're just bored, stupid, or really, really, really high on something. And
Or really displeased about something.
and then he said like, there was a thing for the girls because one of the girls' bathrooms someone shat in like the toilet.
Oh, the tank. Oh
was
no.
like,
But
I'm
why?
so glad I left high school when I did.
Someone willingly went out of their way to shit on the floor and on.
Your teen high school is wild. Like actually though.
Honestly, I don't know what high schools you guys went to.
I don't know, dude. Cape Town is a weird place to get educated. I'm not gonna lie.
The stories I've heard about Cape Townian high schools
I
are
can't-
terrifying.
Yo, dude, going to Tableview High was like going to like participate in the Hunger Games. It was so whack. I don't know
May
what
the
I
fortune
did.
ever be in your
I
favor.
survived 5 years of high school in somewhere that's literally the Hunger Games. Actually, like the people I went to were like freaking crazy, man. It was like a fight for your life. Like the end of high school, I swear, it was so crazy because I was like, thank the Lord I'm God, and I'd never heard in a long time. I'd never heard God speak that loudly and tell me to leave. I was so worried.
Yo. But that sounds so terrifying. Like the stories I hear about these schools.
We don't talk about Cape Townian schools, man.
Timers.
It's either.
Why? What are you guys whispering about?
No, it's like you can't talk about
No, I'm just saying, rather not name specific places.
Oh, that's fair enough. But like you can't either in in Cape Town, there's two types of high schools. There's public and private, and that's usually, you know, like that's obvious.
Yeah.
But Cape Townian public high schools and private high schools are two different yet so similar things. You can go to a private high school, and most of the time, they're like super rich, but they do all of the drugs because they
all
can
of the
afford
drugs.
it. Like that's
All
why I
of the
say
drugs.
cocaine is just people just know about it because all these rich high schoolers are like yes. And then if you go to public schools like I did,
Didn't people in your school also do cocaine?
yeah, but like not on the regular. And it wasn't
Not on the
everybody.
regular.
Yeah, no, but they're in.
Someone say
Jewish.
Jewish.
Hey Josh. Hey Josh.
He's not gonna reply.
Hey Josh. Hey Josh.
Waits for a reply.
This guy.
How's it feel to be a Jew?
Ooh, just okay.
Asking
For
the
the
real
rest of the
question.
viewers that has no context, it's a running thing between a friend group. It's not that we hate Jews.
I mean,
We love Jews.
Josh
Like,
is,
they're great
Josh is
people.
Gonna, yeah, Josh is gonna start talking in Hebrew on the chat.
I mean,
Like I'm just saying I don't want to get banned on Twitch with my first video.
Oh,
Just,
no,
just,
no,
just,
no,
just
no.
putting it out there.
yeah.
Josh is gonna like
So prison.
stop bringing
Stop
prison up.
prison!
We're
Dude,
gonna
why won't you
actually
answer my question?
This is the
Because
fourth-
fucking
This is the fourth floor. I
It
can
is
fuck you out here.
connected to the story
Why
of
is
how I went to court. Please
Oh, you
talk
want
about prison for 5 freaking seconds so that I can do a comfortable segue and not just yell out, oh, I went to court.
I should be so worried.
Wait, well now that you
I'm
mention it, so you
so,
put it to
so
court.
No,
worried.
answer my question.
I'm
What are you
so
gonna do
worried.
when you go to prison?
You cry in your sleep.
I
Until
would
you
not
leave.
survive. Oh
I
no!
was
Oh no!
I was freaking right.
But it's Tintin though.
Oh my
It's
word.
tonight.
Oh my gosh.
How even did he just copy paste? I'm pretty
I
sure he just
think he
translated copy
copy-pasted
paste.
Dude, I
Do
can
you
promise
think
you right now, Josh can read that and
Tinashe
reply
can
it in Hebrew.
speak Hebrew.
I don't think so. I think he copy pasted that shit from Google Translate. But I'm pretty sure Josh is gonna reply to him and read that in Hebrew.
But like, how would you normally
yes.
type in Hebrew without going?
You type it
translate?
left from right.
Shalom.
Translate that.
Yeah, but
Josh,
like,
what does that say?
those characters though.
Josh, what does that say, please?
He's
Let's just remember the delay's pretty hectic. I've
Yeah.
noticed. So
yeah. There's like
Control
3
C.
seconds between what we say and what happens.
3
at
seconds?
least.
Yeah, 30.
58.
Translate.
Like I can.
Google Trans. You gotta.
Oh my gosh, Tintin! You know what? Go suck.
Oh, you'll probably reply.
Tintin. That's
I don't
not.
have a Hebrew keyboard and it's a mean word. Oh no.
I know what I said. I translated it now. And
What did you say?
Tin-
What did you say? Oh my gosh, okay.
Oh crap! I broke a monitor. Oh no. There you go. It's fixed again. Oh. So your court case.
Prison.
Please elaborate on your court case.
So when I was in high school, I got a fine. I had to go to court, and then yeah.
Don't be a dick about it. Fine. Do you want us to say what we would do when we went to prison for you to properly tell the story?
I don't know. I've just been asking for like I don't know half an hour.
Wow, so salty. Okay, so what would you do in the case of prison?
Literally cry for like forever until I leave.
Like what? Yeah, no, there's not much you can do. Like if you had to go to prison right now in South Africa.
Don't you have a friend in the penitentiary?
We don't talk about this. We don't talk about this. He went to Polsmore. That's all I know. I don't want to know any more than that. Just mind you, he's not my friend. He's like someone who went to high school with me. And then my actual friend was like, "Hey man, do you know this guy went to jail?" And I was like, "Whoa."
Whoa.
So we don't talk about this, man. Oh, he got out by the way.
Who?
That guy.
Oh.
Do you know why he went in?
Out
Yes,
of Pol-
but we're not
apparently
going to
he's been
discuss it.
apparently he's been drinking every day since he got out, and I was like, "Oof."
Wow,
I
maybe
don't
not
really-
discuss someone's personal life.
Oh yeah, okay, that's a good
Oof,
point.
Yeah, point taken.
Yeah.
Point taken. Point taken. So your personal life.
Okay, when I was, I believe in grade 11, I was at the supple, ripe age of 17. with milky hamstrings and all.
What?
With milky
Is
hamstring.
there something else
This
to
is
know?
it's important.
And voluptuous buns.
It's important to the story. So me and my milky hamstrings were flying down the road at 60 miles per hour, which is the speed limit, by the way.
60 kilometers an hour.
Oh, sorry.
Well, you say
60,
miles.
60 kilometers per hour, which is definitely the speed limit, which I was driving. No, Jay, I was. I think I was in traffic. I remember that, so I wasn't driving fast. But then I got pulled over by a speed cop. A speed cop.
Traffic.
Yeah. And they were and they were saying something, but they were mumbling a lot, and so I couldn't understand. I just kept on going like ah. So I also had my helmet on.
Yeah.
My bike was
Were
on.
you high?
No. So, where was I?
As helmet.
Oh, yeah. So I was going in the helmet, and then I finally heard what he said, and he was like, "Your front lights on." But the thing about my motorcycle was, and
Okay, it's a Honda
after-
XR125. So
after research, apparently all Hondas after I think 2014 are built with I can't remember. It's an automatic on.
Oh, the
Thing.
light that stays on forever.
Yeah, you
Yeah,
so
it stays on.
while
It
the
can't turn off.
motorcycle is running, you can't, if you like physically can't turn
Turn it
off
off.
the lights. So I tried to explain that to him. So I started my bike and I showed him, and then it was like, yeah, no, they went on when you're driving down. And I was like, I can't turn them off while driving. Because he was like, oh, you did something there. And I was like, ah. And then then he gave me a fine. I was like, oh, okay, I got a fine, and that was like for 1,000 rand.
Oh my god.
So I was like, wait.
Nah.
Remember, this was in the daytime.
Yeah.
So I understand it's still an offense,
Technically.
which I allegedly did. I did not. Then also the Google Translate.
This is wrong cough.
Ooh, Josh
ooh,
calling out Tanashi's
ooh.
bad Hebrew.
Ooh.
Ooh.
Yeah.
So, and then you went to court for it.
Yeah, so then I was like, oh damn, so I took it to my mom and was like, what the hell do I do? I'm not an adult.
It's just me.
Yeah, so then she was like, did you do it? And I was like, no, obviously not.
I can't.
Like, I can't. And then she was like, oh, okay, go to court. And so then eventually we didn't pay it, so we got a summons. So I went to court and I was like, hey guys, and he was like, you didn't pay your fine. And I was like, yeah, I know, I want to talk to you. And then, actually it was a lady, I should be respectful. And then she asked like, okay, so do you want a lawyer? And I was like, I can't afford a lawyer, no. And then after the fact, I learned
Lawyer Street.
yeah, the government gives it to you. Shut up. Okay. So, I know that now. So then basically I then got another date to go, which was like right before the exam, so I was stressed as all hell.
Ooh.
So then I went there and the guy was there and I was like, okay, this is kind of awkward. Because like we're both staying there and I'm like, he knows I said he's a liar.
Yeah.
And he knows that I just, like, from the beginning you know.
Yeah, it's kind of
We're
awkward.
both tensiony, yeah. So, but most of the time I was waiting to go in because you took all day. It's so slow there at the government.
But it's always
You're
like slow
in Mossel
government places.
Bay. What the
It's
hell?
always slow. No matter where you go, it's always
Exactly. There's no crime. They don't go to the courtroom.
Just by the way, that part where you were like, I'm not an adult, I need assistance, that's still me and I'm 20.
Yeah. So then I went inside and they asked me questions and I gave evidence and then I was like, cool. Then I'm like, okay, well, what do you say to it then? And then I was like, I gave you evidence.
slow. Like it's
Like, what now? And then they were like, yeah, but he says you did this, how can you prove that it didn't happen? And then I said, like, I showed them my motorcycle's manual, I showed, like,
yeah.
all that, and then, I don't think they looked at it.
Yeah, I doubt.
I remember, like, I gave it to them and she put it in, not
I still can't believe you went to court for a faulty light.
it wasn't
like,
a faulty light.
Y'all people have nothing better to do in tiny towns, the cops.
You know what the shit thing about that is now? He when he applied for this job here, he had to fill in because he went to a court case. He technically has a felony. So then that was a whole
It's
shit
not a
about it.
felony. A felony is a major thing that can take you to jail.
Okay, it was
I have an
what's the word
offense.
for it? An offense, yes, thank you.
Yes.
So it was quite a shabacle when he actually applied to this job, and this job isn't like, it's kind of an internship type thing, so it's not particularly difficult to get in if you like are skilled
Yeah.
in things. It's not too strict about offenses, but he still had to like fill in a form for it and everything and go through like a bunch of things for it. So that one traffic cop that probably lied kind of messed things up for him.
Yeah.
What a dick.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, don't antagonize them.
It's
Look
just
at
like
that,
you're
that's the-
when you're in a small town, there's not much else to do, so you try to like keep your job entertaining.
Stop. Stop.
Let's keep it
Talking
entertaining.
shit about-
I'm not patronizing no one. I'm talking facts.
No.
I love how you like keep your job entertaining by writing false things, by keeping it entertaining.
Oh my gosh.
I'd probably end up playing with the speed gun rather than like falsely kill people for boredom.
I want one now.
A speed gun.
Yeah.
Like how fast are you
Speed gun.
spinning right now?
I would say a good 1 kilometer
Can
per
you-
hour.
Will it work if you show it to like a really good TV?
I don't think. Actually, I don't know. Would it?
Because it like, what does it detect?
I
Does
don't.
it detect the motion of the thing?
I
that's
don't know.
going
I've
by?
always wondered about it. Like
Does it detect your arm movement?
I know about the ones that the speed traps that get triggered. They get detected by like 2 points, and they just measure the time it took to reach the 2 points. But I don't know about those guns because you like track it with the gun. So I don't know what it tracks.
Do you like just hold it there and then?
I know it shoots. No, you have to like actually follow the object, which is why I'm like, what? Because I know it shoots a laser to actually track the object, but like, how does it determine its speed?
I think it's pretty rough.
Science.
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 Science, bitch. Oh, science is amazing.
Oh lord.
Yeah. So where's the paper? Neil, you lost the paper.
I didn't. We're out of stuff.
We're out of stuff.
You told all. We had talked about all of the stuff.
We spoke. You spoke about
No,
all
we
of this
talked.
stuff. You
Spoke.
No.
Spoke.
No, we
I'm
talked.
the only. Okay,
I remember
I
because
have
you
a topic.
talked over me most of the time.
I have a topic for you
Oh.
people. I have a topic.
Shit.
New
New
Lucifer series.
the new Lucifer. Oh my
I
god.
don't know, man. Like I watched the whole thing yesterday. The whole thing.
Is it good at least? Like
Yeah, no, it's
That's
amazing.
decent.
Yeah, because I've seen like 1 or 2 episodes of Lucifer. I liked it. I just never got really around.
I feel like
to
weird
watching
at
it.
certain parts, but that's
Like,
only,
because
it's
obviously-
only because like God is the bad guy in the show.
Yeah,
and you're
no,
like,
no,
wait
not
a
really.
second.
He's not really the bad guy per se. It's just Lucifer is the good guy,
Yeah, and
which
it's like,
is
wait a
very
second.
nonsensical for someone of the Christian
This is
religion.
what
Lucifer
the
must have
Bible-
gotten a
I.e.
lot. Lucifer must have gotten a lot of hate at the start.
No,
Nah, I don't
dude,
think so.
it was really good. Like it started in 2016, and a lot of people were obsessed with it.
Like, do you really think the type of people who are that religious watch Netflix?
Yo,
Good
like
point.
I'm
Good
Christian.
point.
I'm Christian. I dig Lucifer. Like
Yeah, it's a really good series.
Yeah,
But
It
at
is
the
a
same
great
time,
series.
I'm very skeptical of some of the things they say because sometimes in my mind I'm like, that's bullshit.
That's bull.
And then the Christian in me is like,
Hashtag not my Eve.
not my Eve. You know, they made Eve sound like a crazy, you know, lady, crazy lady.
Do you watch Game of Thrones?
No,
No.
I do not.
Damn it! Because
That's,
I want to talk about
that's,
the new Game of
that's the
Thrones.
show with the hobbits, right?
No, what? Okay, well I
With the
know.
TARDIS,
Dude,
right?
can we just talk about the cup? That's the one thing I know about Game of
Oh,
Thrones.
the cup
is
and
the cup.
When I watched it,
The
I didn't
cup.
notice it at all. I did not
Did you
see
watch
it
it back?
at all. Russell showed me a screenshot of it. It was like, oh shit, it was in that scene. When like we're partying after the
Yeah,
dead
they're
were
going
dead.
nuts, and then you see Khaleesi sitting next to it.
I
Freaking
did not see the
Starbucks
cup at all.
Dude, I've seen so many memes about
Like,
it already.
I remember-
Someone made a meme of it where, like, you know, they put the names on the Starbucks cups,
Hmm?
and it's like Khaleesi, Queen of Dragons.
I already see where
so
this is
it's,
going.
like,
Daenerys
things-
Targaryen, Khaleesi, the Queen of Dragons, the mother of dragons, the Queen of the
Drogo clan or
the
something.
Grassy, the Khaleesi of the Grassy, Mother of Dragons, Breaker of Chains.
There's so many,
As-
and it's like all on one Starbucks cup, and I was like, well played.
Well
Played
'Cause, like,
meme.
I saw when I watched it, I saw the cup, but I didn't register it was Starbucks cups. I just thought it was like a normal.
I screamed
like,
when I
flask
when I
thing.
saw that when I
Like
saw
the-
the when I
what
saw
do they
the
call them?
clip of it I was like,
Cup.
No, a tankard.
Like a goblet.
No, goblet.
Tankard.
Yeah,
No,
but there's the other word for it.
I
I can't think of it right now.
But like
I know what you're talking about. Hold on, give me a minute.
A goblet? No, it's not.
I
no.
saw
Said
it.
goblet.
I saw it and I screamed because I was like, "Wow!"
That was pretty cool.
I feel bad for them because they were probably so stressed about shooting, and they didn't notice
The
it.
lights just went off.
That was creepy.
Yo, I'm worried. This is looking more and more
Oh,
like
we
the Grudge.
watched Lights Out the other day.
Oh yeah, I completely
Can
forgot
someone
about
please,
it.
Can someone please walk around and make the automatic lights turn on? Yo, he good.
Go Neil, you got this.
Yo,
I
what
believe in you.
What a man with some balls.
Seriously, guys.
Go,
ever-
Jasper!
Seriously, guys, ever heard of House Starbucks? No, I just shaking.
Jasper.
So we have this giant bear that's sitting with us, literally the size of a person. His name is Jasper. He is the new employee of the office. Great hardworking fella.
Oh my gosh, Josh is like, seriously guys, ever heard of House of Starbucks?
Hello?
Hello.
I want to take
No!
Ah!
Help! I'm being assaulted on the podcast.
Save
Be a
Jasper.
guest.
Give me the teddy!
Save Jasper. He's barely with you for 2 days and he's already being harassed.
I have now received the teddy.
Can we please discuss? This is so out of date. But
Prison?
the plot holes in
Prison?
Plot holes in-
holes in Lights Out.
Plot holes and lights
Can
out.
we not talk about Lights Out at all right
That was
now?
a creepy ass movie. Yo.
It was pretty good.
Like it was a pretty good movie, but like there were so many plot holes.
Yeah.
I've never been more happy than I am now. I'm hugging a life-size teddy bear, dude.
That's a
I'm
great
so
teddy bear. The
happy.
thing is, I would have loved that teddy bear a lot more than I do if I didn't have a past with the exact same teddy bear.
Who got this teddy bear? Tell me now. So I can
So
go
so
save
that
them.
teddy bear is a very interesting story. That specific one. So
Please tell me it wasn't-
Alvin's daughter had a boyfriend, and the boyfriend gave her this teddy, and they broke up. And then the daughter said she doesn't want the teddy bear anymore, so then Alvin took it and brought it to work, and now it's the work teddy bear.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Remember what we said about personal lives and names?
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm so sorry.
Yeah.
This is so hard because it's like a podcast and we're just sitting in a room
Yeah.
talking about random junk.
Yeah.
But we have a giant teddy bear now.
Yeah.
It's
I'm
amazing.
still hugging it.
And it looks like your
It's
fingers
great.
in his butt.
It does.
Shut
It really
up!
does.
Take your finger out of his butt.
Keep your thoughts
We
to
live-
yourself.
I'm sorry, Sky missed the sexual harassment seminar thing.
I'm gonna throw this at you.
She doesn't understand that finger in the butt is not workplace. I'm getting elbowed by
By
Jasper.
Jasper's forced harassing Neil now.
No.
Just attacking him. This is beautiful. Jasper's winning.
Oh my toe!
Oh,
Little toe. Ah!
Get wrecked. The bear is
get
mine.
wrecked, son.
Give me the bear.
Yeah,
Oh.
there.
I'm so happy.
Ooh,
I'm
we've almost hit the hour mark.
Oh,
How long?
nice.
It's 57 minutes.
Okay, let's count down.
Let's go.
Why?
For the rest of the podcast, just
So-
count down.
3 minutes. 2 minutes 59. 2 minutes 58.
I'm going
2
to
minutes.
throw you out of the suicide-proof window.
The suicide-proof window. I love that there's a suicide-proof window. So we are having this podcast, if you haven't noticed by now, is held at our work. We're using the work equipment, my work equipment.
Not yours.
Well,
Our-
our work equipment.
our
was
work.
friends. Yeah.
The
to-
work. I don't work here, by the way. I don't know. I can't even say I don't know. I just work here because I don't.
Because you don't. Yeah. So we're at the office right now, in a bank, filming this.
Work for a South African bank, everybody. Well, I
Just
don't.
don't
I
mention
keep
what
saying
bank.
we. It's like as if I work here. I don't.
Well, your boyfriend does technically. You can say
Facts.
we. I don't know. I don't know how that works.
Facts. I was sitting in town and then I watched like three
She
floors of
takes
life.
most of the paychecks, I guess.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Okay, that seems about right.
Way to make me look like an ass.
Am I wrong though?
No. Most of it goes to
So
food.
technically, so basically what's happening is you have a job that
Tintin,
pays you.
Hold on. Tintin, what you missed was Sky put her finger in Jasper's
Ah,
butt.
stop!
and-
Stop! Stop talking!
Oh, but
And then
so
I got assaulted.
so basically what's happening
By
right
the
now
teddy.
is you're employed by the job that pays you, and you're employing Sky to be your girlfriend.
Excuse
Well,
me. Excuse me.
I prefer
But excuse me.
I prefer the term outsource.
I am not
I'm
here.
not employing. This is a freelance work.
So outsourcing.
I am.
So that's
Give
not
me
an
the
in-house
bear
job.
back.
I-
Give me the teddy bear.
So it's not an in-house job. It's like outsourcing.
I'm going
No.
to actually
She
pick you
is
up.
an independent.
If you say houseworker, I will punch you in the face.
No, you do not do housework.
Bull!
You are,
Tinashe.
Don't even
you are
lie.
the opposite
Don't,
of a house
don't
cleaner.
even
You're a
lie.
house messer.
Don't lie. You've seen with your own eyes.
When. Okay, I can't say that.
Yeah,
You cleaned our
exactly.
apartment one time.
You clean up.
And then I cleaned your
Oh
own
yeah, I
how
still owe
many
you guys
times?
dinner for it.
Fight me.
Yo,
I completely forgot about that.
Fight me
wanna
1v1, bro.
take us
I will
tonight?
take you.
I don't have money. I have like 2 rand in my bank
Why are
account.
you both broke? I know why you're
we
broke.
can get.
Why
40
I'm broke because I bought something for him for FanCon. For us for FanCon. That was very
What
expensive.
was it?
Not something to be mentioned on podcast.
Oh no.
It was a gift, and it was adult diapers. Don't worry.
And it was adult diapers.
Oh my gosh, I'm gonna.
No, I had.
Alright,
You
why
don't
do I ask you
understand.
that?
I had to import them. Egyptian satin feels good.
You know the
thread
meme-
count is
You know the
2000,
meme where the
don't
guy is.
understand.
Oh my gosh. The meme where the guy just jumps out of his building window. That's gonna be me in like 5 seconds.
What?
3, 2, 1.
Don't jump. No.
Suicide
Actually,
proof
oh,
windows.
you
I
have
forgot
to buy
the
everyone
suicide proof
in the-
windows.
No. Okay, I will if, but only if they pay.
No. Well, I mean, if they donate.
Yeah, if you guys donate, I can buy you guys lunch. Only if you donate enough for lunch.
But then you'd have to
Yeah.
come get lunch with us though.
Yes.
Yes.
I do not get paid to do this.
If you do
I
not
was just asked to be
understand-
here.
Neither do we.
If you do not understand, this is how communism works.
Excuse me, we have had enough of communism already. But I feel like I should do something about it.
That's
Josh, why?
why?
Why? Because you keep assaulting him and straddling him.
Stop talking! It is a teddy bear. I will hug it
You
if I
are
want to.
you are violating.
If I
You
want
ask
to.
for his consent.
You are violating so many.
It's like disjointed. They're like consent to hug.
You are violating so many clauses in our contract.
I do not work here,
But he does.
but he does not work here anymore because he's with me now.
I don't have
Wow.
opinions every day.
Tinashe,
Tinashe,
come
can
on.
you buy food with your opinions? I ask you.
I'm pretty sure he can. He got like
Yo.
an API thing just because he asked.
Yo, dude, if
Like
I
someone
could,
just gave him like 400
if I could,
APIs because it was like, please.
oh my gosh, if I could buy food with my opinions, I'd probably get like.
So fat.
I would be so fat.
Wow.
Yo,
Like
I would
I
be
have
amazing.
so many opinions.
Like
it's so
everybody who
ridiculous.
knows me at work will
And
know
sometimes they change.
Hey Benny,
depending
how
on-
do you feel about Apple?
about app. No, we're not gonna bring this up.
Let's not
No,
talk
let's
about
see.
iPhones
So I've
right
got-
now.
Let's see if I can
Josh will
So-
come
no,
out
no,
of
no,
his
we're not
phone
gonna do that.
and
I wanna-
fight
I wanna
you.
talk about this.
Get Benny to
No, I wanna go.
publicly
No, I wanna.
defamate.
I'm not gonna go into that. I wanna go into this specific Apple that we have right now, and my argument with Tinashe, you. So, we recently got a
So
Mac.
hostile.
We recently got a Mac OS.
Dude, don't even talk about Apple.
That,
Josh will jump out of
um,
this phone and fight you.
iPhone is the best phone.
Go die.
Exactly, I told
Josh.
you.
Go
I
die.
told you he's gonna come at you.
So we got a Mac OS, a Mac. What is
Just
it called?
a Mac.
Is
A
it a Mac?
Mac?
Yeah, it's
No,
Mac.
Macintosh.
But I
Stop
don't know what the big
talking.
ones are called. So.
Meh.
So we got the Mac because I'm currently on a project that needs to have an app on iOS as well,
Apple, everything.
and we can't develop for Apple without using an Apple. And I've started using this Mac machine for the first time using Apple ever, and I absolutely hate it, and I hate it every second I use it more and more and more and more.
It's
It
okay.
is absolute garbage.
It is okay.
It is
Max.
terrible
Yeah,
trash.
it's okay.
Also, the
Don't
Mac's
listen to
name
him.
is Jeff.
The Mac's name is Jeff.
Don't-
What?
Don't listen to
Yeah,
him.
Jeff.
Mac.
He has a
No,
name tag.
dude, I use Macs all the time at varsity. They're
But the thing is,
so
the
easy
part,
to
the
use.
like, it's the program that we need to use to make the app is Unity. Like most of you probably know Unity. If you don't, oh well. And to install it on a Windows machine, it took me about a half an hour. To install it on a Linux machine, it took me maybe an hour. To install it on this Mac, it took us 3 days.
You'll
So-
feel bad.
Just-
you know,
just-
one thing.
Just for the record, 14-year-old girls with Macs are smarter than Super Bro Benji.
Oh, don't go there. Oh.
Get called. They hate Apple, obviously evil. But
Obviously evil.
Yeah, Apple is evil.
Yeah, Apple is evil, you know?
yo, dude, I don't
Conspiracies.
know. Like, I can roll with Apple. I
Nah, I
have
hate
an iPad, bro. I'm chilling.
Like, the reason why I hate Apple is they limit you so hard
They
on
do.
everything.
I'm not gonna lie. Like,
Did you
I
see
don't
the chat?
support
Yeah,
Apple,
I'm watching
but
the
like,
chat.
I can roll with it. Like, the thing is, the Mac is really pretty. Things with Apple are really pretty, but they're
Yeah.
really inconvenient.
One thing Apple is really good at is making things look good.
Oh yeah.
But they're useless.
no, these are big facts.
They're works of art, that's
Except-
it.
The only thing that I find usable, the only thing I would use besides this at the varsity would be my iPad, because it's got the best drawing app, and the Apple Pencil is like super nice.
Like, the only reason why this Mac is currently standing here is because I'm being forced to use it by Apple, because Apple doesn't allow you to dev for iOS, which is the Apple phones, at all with any other OS, unless it's Apple. And it's so annoying. It's so stupid.
What's it called? An oligarchy?
An olig what?
It's basically a monopoly but legal.
Whoa.
That's
But
it.
you-
Mac
you-
doesn't really
you
have a
got this.
monopoly. It's just
You
that
got this.
They
this.
literally do.
It's not a. They really don't. It's just that they lock down their stuff so hard that you need their stuff to dev for their stuff or use their stuff, which is so stupid. But it is horribly trash. But yeah, this Mac came from the aliens office, which moved. What are you whispering?
No, I just told her, please don't make those noises on the internet.
That's not what I was doing. You kept hitting my chair, and I got sad.
Well, it's a good thing we've hit our hour mark and 6 minutes
Oh,
actually.
okay,
So.
bye.
So
Like
it's time to
conversations with my
time to
dad.
conclude.
Like the conversations with my dad when I see like, okay, 5 minutes is enough. Okay,
Okay,
bye.
bye.
And then he tries to keep talking. Then you go like, okay,
Okay,
bye,
I feel like all people within the ranges of the age of 50 to 60 are like that. Or 50 and up.
Yeah, it's like
Actually,
just-
I think no, 53 seems like, yeah. 'Cause
Yeah, my
dad
dad's
does that.
53.
My dad is 53. Your dad is 55.
It's sad that you know what my dad's
You don't.
I know. My dad's just my dad. I don't know. He
I've
doesn't
kept
need
track.
an age.
He doesn't need an age.
Yeah, he's always gonna be an old man too.
Oh
Kept
shit.
track.
Nah,
Your,
he's an old man because when I turned like 12, he got too old to play wrestle with me. So
it's very,
Oh,
it's
shit.
very
I'm salty
hard.
about that.
It's very hard for me to picture my parents as being old because I was like a young person baby. So my mom was like,
I was also a
"What?"
young person.
I was an accident.
Yo, dude.
Were you also young when you were a person?
Welcome to the club. Welcome to the club of bastard children.
I'm not a bastard. I'm like in my family. Like my mom's my mom, my dad's my dad. I'm just an accident. I wasn't planned.
Wait, were your parents married when you were born?
Yes, they were married, but
Yo,
I wasn't
okay,
planned.
I'm gonna be on the bastard club alone. It's fine. I can roll with
I
it.
come from a beautiful Christian
Hey, so do I. I just go very conventionally.
because in the bedroom, my parents don't shit on the Bible.
Oh, what?
Yo, I'm gonna
What?
fight you. Like, I will tackle you out of your chair. I'm the one wearing the crucifix here, not you.
Yeah, I know.
I will fight you.
Celebrating the death of.
I'm gonna kill you.
I'm sorry. I mean,
I will actually slap you.
Hi, podcast. Yay! Let's get my own face in. There we go. Now
How do I
I'm
look?
doing this thing.
how do I look?
Everybody looks about decent.
Oh,
Yeah.
I realized halfway through I'm pulling like a purposely really ugly face.
That's
Can we take
perfect.
another one?
That's fine. We're keeping this one.
It's gotta say.
Hey, you dick. But yeah, we should start concluding because we are running out of time.
Oh my god, conclude!
Conclude. We need to
Conclusion.
conclude.
Conclusion, it was a good time. We
It's-
spoke
it's-
about
I
Sonic
can't-
in
I think it's
prison.
from Game Grumps with it. Instead of saying like I'm gonna finish, no.
I'm
They're
gonna
like,
I'm gonna
conclude.
conclude.
I'm gonna conclude.
Oh, wait for it. I'm gonna
conclude. Oh.
I'm concluding.
I'm gonna leave this room. I'm gonna leave the room. I'm leaving the room.
I'll
I'm gonna
conclude on me,
leave.
daddy.
Oh,
you just made
God.
it weird.
I'm sorry,
You know
Chad.
there's a line?
Yeah, there's a
like
line,
2
yeah,
feet
yeah.
above that line.
That's where I went.
You
I'm
see
sorry.
that line over there? You want to jump out of it?
Okay, but yeah, so this podcast was amazing. Thanks to Neil for the amazing new art for the stream, so you don't have to look at a blank screen
I mean,
anymore.
it's not amazing.
It's
It's
pretty
great.
cool.
It's
I
so
love it so
cute.
much. But yeah, so what do you guys think about the name of the podcast?
Crowd 9.
Crowd
I think
9.
it's amazing.
I think it's
Whoever
pretty cool.
says it isn't.
We gotta give credit due. Where credit's
Know
due.
that I disagree with you.
Yo.
Gina came up with the name. I salute you for it. It is brilliant.
Who's Gina?
It is a kid or a person.
This podcast is not wholesome.
This podcast is not wholesome. But Gina is a girl from Friends of Design that studies web design.
Hey.
No, it's really wholesome. Because in the wholesomes is where we conclude.
Damn, Gina.
Damn,
I
Gina.
was reaching.
Damn, Gina, you good
You
at
spelled
design.
Gina wrong.
Wait, yeah, you spelled Gina wrong. Wait, let me actually check to make
That's
sure.
Gena.
Yes, you spelled Gina wrong.
I know, I spelled Gina.
Ooh.
Okay, so yes, thank you to Neil. If you guys have,
Speciality is 4-letter words.
so if you guys have any suggestions or things you want us to add in podcasts, there's a suggestion box down below. There's a live count for our next podcast every Thursday around 9 p.m. SAT. We will be doing this
SAT, isn't
South
it?
African time. I know, actually, Google it. It's SAT. It's weird.
Is it?
Yeah,
Wasn't it like CAT?
Yeah,
Central African Time?
Central Africa.
there's like a South. Chat will correct me, chat.
Whatever. Damn, Panzer. What?
Sam Pants A.
What, damn.
Damn,
Gina!
Gina!
I just got those up at the same time, lol. Damn! Damn, you got us good,
Well
son.
done, Tanasha. Well
What
done.
a G.
I applaud
Nah.
you. So yeah, so there's a suggestion box down below for all of you to suggest whatever you want to see in future streams. We also have a Discord channel for you guys to join if you guys want to join in the community. We can like talk a bit. There's a meme channel. You guys can go crazy in there. And if you guys really like what we do and want to support us and want to see us grow our quality, donations are also welcome and greatly appreciated. Thank you.
If y'all pay for this stream, I will be here more often, just so you know.
Yeah, so thank you guys for
So you
joining
do
us.
outsourcing. I was right.
Fucking, I hope you heard the slap.
So thank you guys for joining us. This stream, this specific podcast will be on
Tanashi.
Twitch channel.
Spirit is not gonna put food on the table.
So this specific podcast will be on Twitch for the next 2 weeks. So feel free to share it with your friends. Feel free to go rewatch it if you want to. It's up there for you for your pleasures.
Me too.
Thank you guys for watching this amazing stream.
I got no food on my table. Starving people in Africa need it, Tanashi.
We are starving people in Africa.
Exactly.
So say your goodbyes.
Thank you for the stream. It was good being the like what's it the guest.
Thank you for being our guest. It was amazing having you.
Wee.
And Neil.
You're welcome for.
Goodbye.
Cheers, people, and we'll see you all next week Thursday.
Peace out.